Welcome to day 526 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DeSoFi, the mobile Web3 app built on the DeSo blockchain. So, Saturday mornings, they're usually slow, Brian. Not too much happening in the DeSo world, not too much happening in the crypto space. But Bill Murray did get hacked last night. Maybe not
Yeah,
last night.
so if you've been following some happenings in the Ethereum NFT space, Bill Murray has been auctioning off a series of 1,000 NFTs, which sort of follow his life and his career. And he's listed these on Coinbase NFT, but he sold a bunch. He raised about $180,000 for charity, and then suddenly his account was hacked. His Ethereum, his wrapped Ethereum, it was stolen. A hacker took it. Murray didn't have access to the account. His business partners did, but the account was emptied, except the NFTs that he didn't sell yet remained. So the hacker didn't take these NFTs he didn't sell yet, but they did take the $180,000 or so in Ethereum that he had. Now, there's some good news. The good news is that the authorities are involved. Chain analysis is involved. They're trying to track where this money has gone. And somebody else has already donated the money to the charity he is raising for to replenish what they would have gotten. So this is great. Whoever it was, thank you. Um, it just says you got to be careful. You got to be careful. There's a lot of hackers and bad people looking to take advantage of others. And it's just a shame that somebody would steal from a charity like this. It's just pathetic. But there's people that don't care. And you just
How
got to
how was
be,
it hacked? Like, what was it? A seed phrase that was hacked? Do they know? Like, do they know like what was the mechanism that allowed a hacker in? Was it a bit one of the business partners? Did one of the business partners, were they not careful with the seed phrase? Were they maybe the person stealing it? Like, I mean, there's a lot of questions, I'm sure.
yeah, I didn't find that information in any of the material I read, but just be careful, protect your seed phrases, protect your wallet, protect your software. Uh, there's a number of ways people can hack into your account.
Yeah, sure. It's always a danger in the crypto space. So moving on to DeSo, not really too much to talk about today. DeSoFi, we talked about in the beginning of our show. They are partially owned by NFT Tech. NFT Tech is an investor. They're having a giveaway, and it's the giveaway is to celebrate their new features they just added. They're giving diamonds to all the people who use their new features, and then do three things. Number one, post a poll or a GIF via DeSoFi. So polling and Jiffy are the two new features on DeSoFi. If you either post a poll or post a GIF with Jiffy through DeSoFi, you that's step number one. Then if you tag three friends on the post is linked above this video. You can go directly there. It's just on the DeSoFi DeSo account. And then DM your post to them. So DM your post to DeSoFi, and you'll get diamonds. You're gonna get between 3 and 5 diamonds on DeSo.
Yeah, I love this. It's a great idea to get engagement. DeSoFi has been so valuable to this community, so valuable to this protocol. So definitely participate if you can, and it's for a good cause to help DeSoFi, help DeSo, and you can get some diamonds. Uh, but before we move on to like the top of everything that we get to at the end of the show, I thought I'd just spring a question on you since it's September 3rd. Uh, when COO, when MetaMask integration. Like I know we've been hearing a lot about this for a couple months now, and it just seems like it's continuing to drag on and on and on and on. And like I totally understand if you're hiring a COO, you want to definitely kind of scout out the best people and take your time. So I mean I don't blame them. But MetaMask integration, I mean, we've been hearing about this for a while as well. Is that coming soon? What can we expect? What do you think?
My guess is next week for MetaMask, but I think it could go another week if things are delayed. But who knows? Just a guess.
How about a COO? Do you think they should hire somebody that has a background in social media or a background in Web3? Like who should this person be? Should they be somebody that's that's known to the, I guess, the internet community? Should be somebody really high up and they'd have to spend a lot of money for them, or should they target somebody that is less known but might be a better fit?
I think I think you kind of need a mix of all that. I think it is important to get somebody that has a reputation, just because that reputation will help them. I think in the long run. I think it has to be somebody that has experience in both social media and crypto. That's gonna be kind of hard to find, but I think if you can find, somebody that has a little bit of experience in both those things, somebody who has name recognition, or at least the company they work for has super high name recognition or worked for in the past. And I think just somebody that is really committed to, building out DeSo, and somebody who shares the same vision or a very similar vision to Natter. I think that's really important. And just somebody to kind of reignite things.
Yeah, like I would say that name recognition is important. Whether that by name recognition we mean somebody that, oh, you mentioned them and 50% of the DeSo community know who they are off the top of the head, or just somebody that you can Google and then see that they have this substantial resume within the social space, somebody that has a lot of influence, but might not be like a common name that you hear every day that you know who it is. Because I think this is going to help with partnerships. Partnerships are probably one of the most important things we can kind of push towards. And if you have somebody that has this name recognition, or at least is Googleable and is seen as an influencer or somebody that's real, like an authority within the Web3 or the social space, I think that's huge. It's going to help with partnerships. But also, DeSo has had a bad reputation going back to the BitClout days, when people were calling it a
And
scam.
unfair,
And
I'd say unfairly, it has had a bad
unfair. Oh yeah,
reputation.
absolutely unfair. It was just too early, and people didn't understand. Hey, an exchange is coming. You're going to be able to sell your BitClout, but that reputation, I think, just follows it still, even though they changed it to DeSo. And I think that somebody with a big background, a solid background, can really help alleviate some of the concern and some of that, I guess you could say, FUD that's out there around DeSo and BitClout and all of that.
Yeah, and I assume a CEO is going to come within a month. I mean, again, just a random guess, but I think we're heading in that direction.
Yeah, let's hope. So moving on to, we don't have the top NFT bids over the last 24 hours because NFTZ stats are a little bit out to date for the daily stats because of the Postgres issues we had last week. But we have
Out
daily
of
coin
date, Brian. Out of date.
out of date. What did I say?
Out to date.
Out to date, huh?
Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so the daily creator coin value gainers over the last 24 hours, according to Base, are Blunt Analytics, who, I want to say something. Blunt Analytics has a really cool NFT series that is coming out. Or they're doing a lot of really crazy stuff. I didn't get to kind of understand everything that they're doing, but go to their account, you'll see that they're really kind of creating this atmosphere around their NFT collection and using a lot of tools, adding utility, adding, I think, fractional ownership, all kinds of really cool things. So check them out. I know that Disruptpreneur tagged us and said, hey, check this out. I didn't get to read all about it, but it seems really cool, and it's some AI generated art. Uh, you'll see what I mean if you go to the account. Okay, so Blunt Analytics was number one, followed by Kaiser Fest, Shady Acres, Stephen Lee, Meta Philosopher. Is
No,
it
stop. It's not Meta Philosopher.
I know, I was just gonna fix it. Meta Philosophy.
And so this account, I don't know if it's a scam or what, but if you go to Meta Philosophy on DeSo, it says in the profile field, it says by Meta Philosopher. And honestly, I don't think it's really by Meta Philosopher. I think it's a scammer trying to capitalize off of Meta Philosopher's name. I can't be sure. If you check their creator coins, they're not owned by anyone. They're not owned by Meta Philosopher. The top holder is Diamond VC, and I just don't know. I don't know if this is
Well, maybe
legitimate.
Meta Philosopher can respond here and let us know if he has any relationship or she has any relationship to this new account.
Yeah, I would just be cautious until you hear otherwise because to me it looks like a scam, but I could be wrong.
Like followed by Vinrock, Studio Richards, Riga, X Rabbit, and our friend Menachem. And then the top Diamond Day creators, these people got the most diamond tips over the last 24 hours on the DeSo protocol. Uh, and this as well, this list is from Alton Base. Payne LW, Shady Acres, Clout Women Unite, ECOE, Paulie Hart, Rihan Ri, Miami Japan, Krasenstein, which is us, Happy Rabbit, and M Her. So congrats to all those people. And what about the events happening today?
Yes, so there's two events today. Thanks to Miss Katie Ann yet again for providing us with this list. She had to get up early on a Saturday morning to send us this list. Um, Today's events at 12 p.m. Eastern Time is yoga class with Matreshka, Sean, and Michael Mara on Antra. Uh, Matreshka is awesome at yoga. She's well known in the DeSo community, and this is something that she's done before, and I think it's something that is worth attending, especially if you're either into yoga or you want to learn yoga. It's something that is very informative, and
Well,
it helps.
you gotta be good at yoga if you're a nesting doll because you gotta fit inside of all those other nesting dolls.
Yeah, that's a good point. So Matreshka has the Nesting Dolls NFT series for those who don't know.
Well, and
But
matryoshka means nesting doll in the Russian language, I believe.
yes, so that's at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Entra. Just go to joinentra.com or go to Miss Katie Ann's profile and you can click directly to the link. And then at 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time is Juicebox DAO with Extinct on connect.club. And again, the link, if you go to Miss Katie Ann's profile, you can go directly to the link that will take you directly to this event at 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. And that's all the news we have for today. I know it's a short day, not too much to talk about. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.